engine growling, chrome and rust. Cheap sunglasses hide my eyes, got a full tank and no alibis. Radio playing that midnight sound. Whole lot of trouble rolling through town. Chrome and whiskey, burning slow. Sweet little danger, stealing the show. Chrome and whiskey, hot like a flame. Living fast, no shame in the game. She got red lips and gasoline hips, finger snapping, shaking them hips. Says she likes a man who rides, not the kind that runs and hides. Yes. Yeah. No chains on these wheels tonight, no brakes on this appetite. If you're looking for a saint, you're in the wrong spotlight. Turn it up, let it roll. Feel that rhythm in your soul. Sun coming up, but I ain't slept yet. Sweat on my collar, shirt still wet. Long night burning under neon light, chasing that feeling till the morning bright. Heart beats heavy like a kick drum roll, got that rhythm deep in my soul. Texas heat rising, feel it in my veins. Texas heat rising, like a runaway train. Can't cool it down, can't slow my feet. When that six string cries and the fire meets the street. Crowd getting loud, stomping the floor. Bartender yelling, play one more. Strings screaming under my hand, lightning dancing through the band. Every scar on these worn out hands came from chasing one night stands. only love that sets me free is that guitar talking back to me. Heels hitting hardwood floor, smoke hanging in the light. Got a 6-string crying mercy in the middle of the night. Bartender knows my story, don't even ask my name. Every time that amp gets louder, it burns away the shame. Hands start clapping, feet hit the ground. When that tone cuts loose, you feel that sound. I got that Lone Star fever running through my veins, hotter than a summer on a West Texas plain. When the strings start screaming, there's no believer can cool down this Lone Star fever. Off the ceiling, crowd pressed to the stage. Every note I'm bending feels like letting out a cage. Ain't no polished preacher, ain't no silver spoon, just a beat up Stratocaster howling at the moon. Turn it up louder, let it breathe fire. When the groove locks in, you can't get high. I got that Lone Star fever, shaking to the bone. Every riff I'm playing feels like coming home. From the first downbeat to the last repeater, I'm burning up with Lone Star fever. When the lights go down and the crowd fades out, all that's left is the echo of what it's all about. That Lone Star fever ain't never leaving me. It's in every guitar and every melody. From dusty roads to arena heaters, I'll live and die with Lone Star fever. Light glowing bright, got a 6-string loaded, and I'm ready to ignite. Crowd leaning forward, feel it in the air. When that first chord hits, it's fire everywhere. Hands start clapping, boots hit the floor. Once that rhythm grabs you, you'll be begging for more. There's fire in the amplifier. Fire. Sweat drips off the ceiling, neons buzzing blue, bassline rolling heavy like a freight train through. Ain't no cooling down now, ain't no slow retreat. When that shuffle groove hits, you move your feet, kick drum pounding like a runaway train. When the fire in the amplifier. Sparks in every chord, strings cry out mercy, but we still want more. From the first downbeat to the last survivor, we're alive tonight with fire in the amplifier. This ain't just music, it's a live wildfire. Amplified. Let it shake the stage, turn that dial to danger. Let it out the cage. If you came for heat, you got your supplier. Turn it up loud, fire in the amplifier. Fire in the amplifier. wheels pound like a thunder war. Neon flickers, barely alive, but this groove makes the room survive. Sweat drips down my collarbone, 6 steel wires cut to the bone. Strike that chord, let it snore like a junkyard dog in a backstreet bar. Feel that pressure climb right on to in time. Dust and amplifiers feed that barroom fire. When the shuffle hits hard, it's scars and scars. Dust, blood and amplifiers turn those tubes up higher. When the 6-string screams, it splits the seams. Broken glass by the jukebox wall. Somebody's shouting, somebody's gonna fall. Bass digs deep in the pocket groove. Snare cracks sharp like a bad man's move. My fingers burn, but I don't slow down. Bend that string till it howls out loud. Every scar that I conceal turns to tone that you can feel. I ain't smooth and I ain't clean. Got a sound that's sharp and mean. Every mile I've paid in dues turns to fire in these blues. your name across the top. Ink bleeds like the promises we never could stop. Windows cracked open, cold wind through the room, carrying the silence like a coming storm of doom. Every word unspoken hangs heavy in the air, like smoke from a fire that's no longer there. Ashes on the river, drifting far from shore. All the love we built, oh, don't live here anymore. I try to hold the pieces, but they slip right through my hands. Now it's ashes on the river, scattered in the sand. We were thunder in the summer, lightning in the dark. Now we're just a memory, burned down to a spark. Your voice still echoes in the back of my mind, like a train that's rolling but leaving me behind. Every broken promise still rings like a bell. If love was heaven, then I walk through hell. Ashes on the river, floating with regret. Every mile between us, a wound I won't forget. Every dream, every shiver. Now all that's left of us is ashes on the river. Turn that water back against the tide, would you still be standing right here by my side? Ashes on the river, drifting out of sight. Ashes on the river. It's a midnight shuffle riot. Feel it in your bones. Every backbeat snapping shakes you to the core. Turn it up louder, let it run while we're starting a midnight shuffle riot. Feel that stage move. This ain't no background music, this is groove. Midnight shuffle riot, burning through the wire. Every note climbing higher and higher, from the first downbeat to the last chord quiet. We're living in a midnight shuffle riot. With midnight shuffle riot. Sun's going down on a broken town dust, kicking off my wheels. Got a tank half full of gasoline and a head full of bad bad deal. Your shadow in my rearview glass, fading with every mile. But every time I hit that gas, I see your crooked smile. White lines blur beneath me like lies we used to tell. I'm running from your memory, but it rides with me as well. There's a devil in my rear view, riding every turn, laughing at the bridges I was too damn proud to burn. No matter how I drive, no matter how I move, there's a devil in my rear view. It looks like you. Like it knows my crime. Every lyric's pointing fingers at this stubborn heart of mine. I said I didn't need your love, said I'd never crawl. Now I'm racing through the darkness, trying not to stall. Speedometer climbing, but I'm stuck inside. You can't outrun regret, no matter how you ride. There's a devil in my rear view, burning in the night. Headlights cut like razors through the truth I try to fight. I can slam that pedal down, but I still can't lose that devil in my rear view, wearing your Maybe I was reckless, maybe I was blind, but the worst kind of prison is the one inside your mind. There's a devil in my rear view, and it won't let go. Every mile I travel just makes the memory grow. If I turn this wheel around, I might finally choose face that devil in my rear view instead of you. cheap motel and a ring gear. Still got that rhythm buzzing here. Coffee black and boots on tight, ready to roll by noonday light. 6 steel strings across my chest, only thing that lets me rest. Feel that shovel in my feet, like thunder rolling down the street. Cold shot revival running through my veins. Cold shot revival breaking every chain. When the groove locks in and the crowd gets wild, that Texas fire ain't never mine. Shouting over the band, turn it up across the land. Amp cooking hot and bright, strings screaming in the night, hands moving fast and free. This is where I'm meant to be. Every scar across these hands, every busted up one night stand, all that pain turns into tone when that strat cuts to the In my hand, that's the only law in this land. Heart start racing with a groove. Ain't no way I'm gonna lose. Lightning on my strings, feel the thunder when it sings. Every note cuts deep, makes the whole town swing. Lightning on my strings, hear that six-string cry. When the amp runs hot, you can feel it in the sky. Hands clap hard to the backbeat sound. Booty will stomping on the ground, yeah. Every scar on these fingertips, every dive and every trip, all the pain turns into tone when that strat cuts through the bone, yeah. When the shovel hits the ground, it's a mean, mean sound. Red River Overdrive, keep that fire alive. When the six-string cries, you see sparks fly. Crowd packed tight in a smoky bar. Cheap neon buzzing from afar. Hands clap hard on 2 and 4. They're screaming for more. Fingers bend that wire so wide. Feel the tension build inside. Every scar upon my hand turns to thunder in the bell. Every mile I ever ran, every deal gone bad again. All the heat I held inside, now it's riding with the tide. Every war, strike that wire. Feed the soul, keep it tight, keep it wild. Feel the Texas style. Hit it, break it, shake it, take it out. Break it, shake it, take it. Midnight rolling down the line, steel wheels screaming in time. Headlights cut through the dust, six strings ready to combust. Sweat drips down my face, chasing that backbeat pace. Amp glowing red and gold, turn it up, let it unfold. Feel that rumble in my chest. This groove won't let me rest. Like a midnight freight train burning through my brain. When the shovel hits the floor, I keep begging for more. Midnight freight train running wild. Texas beat comes down. Platform's cold at 2 a.m. Ticket in my hand. Destination says anywhere far from where we stand. Your last words still echo like steel against the rail. Every promise we were holding, now just another tale. City lights start fading, like the truth we never face. twice. Maybe pride's a ticket that costs your life. I'm on a midnight train to somewhere, but I don't know where. All I know is leaving doesn't mean you're not there. Tracks keep stretching forward through the cold night air on a midnight train to somewhere. Packed tight by the stage, amps turned up to a dangerous level like a lion out the cage. Bartender slipped me a cold one, said, boy, you best behave. But when the drummer hits that backbeat, ain't nobody here to save. Feel that rhythm rising like a southern summer heat. When the band locks in together, you can't stay in your seat. Shake it like thunder, let it roll like rain. When that guitar screams, you can't stay the same. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, feel that hunger. Come on, shake it like thunder. Spit it down from the ceiling, neon buzzing blue. Every riff I'm throwing is aimed straight at you. Ain't no slow burn heartbreak, ain't no crying song. This is pure electricity coming on strong. Kick drum thumping like a runaway train. Once that groove grabs hold, you can't break the chain. Shake it like thunder, feel it in your chest. Let that backbeat hit you till you got no rest. Turn it up louder, pull that plunger. Everybody shake it like thunder. When the lights flash wide and the crowd yells loud, that's the sound of freedom breaking through the cloud. Shake it like thunder, let it shake the ground. From the front row jumping to the back of town. If you came for fire, you finally found her. Come on and shake it like thunder. 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 She walked in like a midnight flame, whiskey eyes and a dangerous name. Every step like a loaded gun. I knew right then I should have won. But her touch was gasoline, burning underneath my skin. Every warning sign I saw, still I let the fire win. She's poison in her kiss, burning on my lips. Every time I try to leave, she pulls me back in deep. Love like gasoline, beautiful and mean. I'm drowning in her bliss, poison in her kiss. Broken glass on the bedroom floor, same old lies like before. She says sorry with a crooked smile. I fall for it every mile. Heart racing out of control, sang to her heat. Every time she calls my name, I accept defeat. She's poison in her kiss, burning on my lips. Every time I try to leave, she pulls walked in like a midnight flow. She walked in like a midnight flow. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in like a midnight flow. She walked in like a midnight train. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in. She walked in. Fades away. Stone and steel begin to rust. Every crown returns to dust. Footsteps echo through the hall. Silent shadows on the wall. Strike the chord, let it cry. Like a warning in the sky. Tremor in the ground, something rising the core. I carried every loaded chain, every loss and every gain, all the truths I couldn't face. Now it stares me in the face. with some bulletproof proof. My heart froze, but my blood ran hot. Everything we built just got shot. Midnight betrayal from the neon lights. You said forever before ever dies. Midnight betrayal, caught in the flame. Love turned criminal, whispering my name. Perfume that won't pass. You said it's nothing, just a friend, but I watched our story end. No more crying in the rain, no more dancing with your chains. You can keep your alibi. I'm done hearing your lies. I've been walking through the fire with a broken pair of shoes. Every mile another headline, nothing left to lose. City keeps on whispering like a preacher in disguise. Promises of mercy with a dagger in its eyes. Got a pocket full of regrets and a fist full of doubt. Every door I ever opened tried to shut me out, but the night don't scare me like it used to do. I've been baptized in the darkness, now I'm cutting through. Hard like a hammer, beating on steel. Every scar I carry reminds me I'm real. I ain't asking heaven for a sign above, just a little redemption and a woman's love. This is my midnight iron prayer, forged in smoke and heavy air. If I fall standing tall. I won't break, I won't crawl. Let the lightning strike my name, let the whole world feel my flame. I was born in the burning glare of a midnight iron prayer. Every promise that I made, yeah, I paid the cost. Every bridge I ever crossed, I nearly got lost. But the mirror don't lie. When the lights go dim, it shows a man who learned how not to bend. Feel that rumble in the ground, hear that distant thunder sound. I've been quiet for too long, now the silence feels wrong. Sunlight leaning through the blinds, coffee cooling restless mind. Last night's words still on the wall, I hear them every time I call. Footsteps fading down the hall. Did we build it just to fall? Every silence in between says more than what it means. There's a tension in the air, something hanging there. It's a slow burn revival, every spark survival, every scar that we deny still keeps the flame alive. The truth comes through, it always points to you. Streetlights shimmer on the rain, memories replay again. Every mile I try to run still circles back to what we've done. Shadows stretch across the floor, I don't fight it anymore. Let the rhythm take control, let it shake the soul. Maybe we were never wrong, just two hearts out of song, trying hard to understand how to hold what slipped from hand. Two hearts out of song, trying hard to understand how to hold what slips from hand.